Hello everyone. Yesterday we learned about introduction of accounting और आज हम करेंगे concept of double entry system, double entry accounting. तो the father of double entry accounting is Lucas Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli को हम जो है एज अ फादर मानते हैं ऑफ डबल एंट्री सिस्टम. The concept of double entry accounting eradicated all drawbacks of single entry system. Now in the present time, entire accounting process occurs of dual nature. That means the entire accounting process is done through a dual nature, means one account is debited and the other is credited. In the simplified term, each transaction affects two nature of accounts works. Dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept is also one of the most important concept of accounting, just like other one, like say separate legal entity, accounting period concept, money measurement concept, going concern concept, matching concept, etc. There here one party pays and other party receives. The role of consideration is also works as the role of consideration. The term consideration is one of the most important terminology in the accounting as well as in law. In business laws, we during contract and nature of contract chapters, we learn the term consideration there. Now the next topic is rule of accounting. Rule of accounting. There are three major nature of accounts exist in accounting. First, personal accounts. When any transaction related to particular person or an entity, such transaction is will be categorized. Such transaction is categorized in personal accounts. Rule: debit the receiver, credit the giver. एग्जाम्पल, बैंक रिलेटेड ट्रांजेक्शन. जब भी बैंक कोई भी पैसा हमारा जमा करती है तो वो पर्सनलाइज्ड वे के अंदर ट्रांजेक्शन को रिकॉर्ड करती है. रियल अकाउंट्स. टू एंटिटीज बेस्ड ट्रांजेक्शन आर रियल इन नेचर. रियल अकाउंट बहुत ज़्यादा सिंपल है. डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन एंड क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट. नॉमिनल: एक्सपेंसेस एंड लॉसेस, इनकम एंड गेन्स. डेबिट ऑल एक्सपेंसेस एंड लॉसेस, क्रेडिट ऑल इनकम्स एंड गेन्स. अगेन वी विल रिपीट द रूल. पर्सनल अकाउंट, बैंक रिलेटेड ट्रांजेक्शन्स वगैरह जो होते हैं वो हम पर्सनली जो है पर्सनली कैटेगराइज करते हैं. रूल सबसे ज़्यादा इसके अंदर इम्पॉर्टेंट है. अगेन, डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिट द गिवर. रियल: डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन, क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट. नॉमिनल नेचर ट्रांजेक्शन, डेबिट ऑल एक्सपेंसेस एंड लॉसेस, क्रेडिट ऑल इनकम एंड गेन्स. These rules are very important. The whole accounting is based on these three rules. These three rules are the initial basic, which is very helpful for any student to master in accounting. Next, we have some concepts and conventions. So we'll start with that. First of all, we'll enlist the accounting concept and convention. Accounting concepts and conventions. Without accounting concept and convention, a student or a candidate cannot become a master in accounting. We have certain concepts which are very important to get knowledge of this concept. Separate entity concept, money measurement concept, going concern concept, dual aspect concept, matching, revenue recognition, accrual concept, accounting period concept. We have some convention as well. Convention of materiality, convention of full disclosure, convention of changes in accounting policy, or convention of conservatism. Separate legal entity concept. Now next move to the explanation. First we'll read a separate legal entity concept. In separate legal entity concept, इन सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट, एंटिटी का क्या होता है यहाँ पे, सेपरेट एग्जिस्टेंस होता है. हम उसको एक आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं. ओनर क्या है, कंपनी का क्रेडिटर है. एंटिटी को क्या करना है, यहाँ पे पैसे उसको कुछ एक ईयर के अंदर प्रॉफिट के साथ साथ उसको वापस रिटर्न करने हैं और प्रॉफिट को ही आगे जाकर उसको उसके अंदर वापस इन्वेस्ट करना है एज रिटेन्ड अर्निंग. एंटिटी हैज़ टू इंश्योर एंटायर सम ऑफ मनी इन्वेस्टेड अमाउंट to owner in a certain accounting year. Second is money measurement concept. Money measurement concept is a very simple concept, as we have read before. In accounting, entity only records monetary based transaction. Entity never records non-monetary based transaction which are irrelevant for recording. Next, going concern concept. Business is established by an owner for a long-term purpose and long-term survival. The owner here assumes a long-term survival of the business. Accounting period concept. Accounting period concept means each entity will prepares its financial statement after only 1 year, after only one successful financial year. The ideal financial year prescribed by government and authorities is 1st April to 31st March, but some entities follow their own financial year, which starts from 1st of January of the year to 31st December of the year. On 31st December or on 31st March, entities releases their consolidated financial statements like income statement, profit and loss, and balance sheet. From these statements, their stakeholders and shareholders can withdraw the true financial position of that company and true financial extract of that company or an entity. Thank you.